We're all on earth to accept the good things as well as learn to accept the not so good things about ourselves. I think that one of the things that was super confusing to me on my spiritual journey was how some advice out there would be, you have to get rid of your shadows, get rid of your shadows. Well, basically telling you, just put that side of you away. Like, don't be that. Focus on the positive. Be good. That creates toxic positivity. And that is also very hard, not only on yourself, but those that are watching you. Like, oh, like she has this perfect life. That is not anything that I ever want to put out there or project that I have, because life has been anything but perfect. But I try to, number two, look for the lessons or the blessings inside situation. Most of the time, there is some kind of lesson that we're learning. And if we don't learn that lesson, we are going to get repeated smackdowns until we're ready to listen. And boy, like, I'm pretty hard-headed. It took a lot of smackdowns before my spiritual awakening really started to come together. So I would encourage you to begin to really listen to your intuition and acceptance of yourself. The lessons, like, learn quicker and then teach others. When you learn something, teaching it is also something that really cements it in to your growth. Again, one of the things that was on repeat in my life was working for people who didn't believe in me. And when I was younger, that used to drive me a little bit, like, oh, you don't believe in me? Here, let me show you. And I would, but after so much time and personal adversity, along with, corporate adversity, that really weighed on me. It was really challenging. And I got to where I wasn't able to bounce back as quickly because I needed to do the work. I needed to look inside me and see that I could believe in myself. That's the thing that is so important for us on this human journey, is learning to love ourselves, the messy part, the amazing part. The shadows and the gifts are all a part of who we are, and it's integrating them and accepting them and being able to focus on where we want to go next versus where we've been, living more in the present. I know that a lot of women that I know have experienced the same toxic leadership patterns. And that is really a mission for me, is education and helping companies to understand that you cannot have a toxic leader that is belittling or cussing or putting people down and expect to have a good culture. Like, everybody talks about having these amazing cultures, and then they have people in leadership positions that are like derogatory and negative to their people, or they're not even willing to sit back and get to know somebody, to see somebody's unique gifts. And I think that is such a waste. I don't know. It's not necessarily their fault, because right now they're still unaware. Lack of awareness is really detrimental to our society. And I just encourage you to make sure that today and each day that you try to just become just a little bit more aware of who you are and what you are putting out into the universe and how you are responding to different situations. Not everything needs our response, like toxic people, you don't have to play that game. You can choose to brain dump, vent in private, and then come back and with a clear head, make decisions. And I wish I had known that when I was like 27, 28, it took me an additional 20 years to be able to understand, that I don't have to be triggered by what other people are doing in this world. Like, I can stay in my own lane and focus on leading and guiding my kids and living my life.